That sunshine out there today has got this looking all kinds of yellow, but bear with me. Also, this is my second iced coffee of the day. I discovered iced coffee with my little Ninja coffee maker. And you guys, this is my favorite, like most favorite way to drink coffee in this season. Today, I want to take a few moments to talk about Beautiful Feet books with you guys. I recently did a video, actually it was Monday's video, and I talked a little bit about history. I was talking about some of the resources that we were loving in our homeschool, and one of those being Beautiful Feet books. I haven't really shared a lot about that history curriculum on my channel before. I just haven't for whatever reason or another. So today I want to talk briefly about Beautiful Feet books. I'm not a Beautiful Feet expert, by the way. I'm just going to share how we use it in our home. Maybe it's helpful, maybe not. Either way, this is how we use it. Because it was one of the resources that I'm loving in our homeschool right now, I thought it'd be the perfect time to just share a little bit more about Beautiful Feet, what I like about it. So let's do it. So the teacher's guide that I shared in my recent upload was this one right here. This is early American history. Don't quote me on this, but I think this is typically for like fourth through sixth grade. Well, because I'm a spaz like that, I also ordered early American history. This is for 7th to 9th grade. I ordered both and I wasn't sure what to expect. With Beautiful Feet books, I don't really know what I was thinking, honestly, when I ordered both that are basically the same time period. I have currently a 6th grader and an 8th grader that I was kind of thinking of lumping together with this history curriculum, and that's why I did this, okay? But I also wanted to bring in my youngest, who's a 3rd grader. And when I was planning on using Beautiful Feet, I guess, I don't really know. I can't honestly tell you why I ordered both of them. I have no idea. I know they were in the process of like upgrading and bringing out new manuals and revising them and that sort of thing. So I don't know if that played a part in it. Very similar, but the difference in books, shall I say, read alouds, the content that you're reading to your children varies between both of these specific levels, if you will. So with this one right here, this is what we've been using this homeschool year. We are 3/4 of the way through this book. We're on lesson 87. And so we have some more reading to do. We've used this at a very slow pace. I'm sharing with you kind of how we use it, right? It's something that we don't do every single day in our home, in our homeschool, but I've really enjoyed it. It is kind of, I don't know if I want to say Charlotte Mason style, but it's literature-based history. So you're reading through history in storybook form, if you will. So this giant stack of books that you see behind me, I know you can't tell what is what, but these are part of the Beautiful Feet books literature pack. This right here also comes with the Beautiful Feet books pack. This is a child's first book of American history. Some of the images in here are a little graphic. I mean, I'm just gonna say, it's not like something that I necessarily constantly turn and show to my children, especially my youngest, because he kind of deals with some things already. Some of them are graphic images, just, I mean, but that's, you know, that's part of history. It's not all beautiful and flowers and sunshine and rainbows. So there's finding that balance with your own children in your own home, right? Sit on the couch. This is done during our morning read aloud time, our morning basket time, if you will. I have our Bible that we do, I have our history, and then anything else that we happen to be reading. And when we get further in the video, I want to talk to you about one thing that I kind of have struggled with this year with Beautiful Feet, and I'm trying to pinpoint how that's going to play out in the coming homeschool year. But back to what I was talking about. In our home, with Beautiful Feet, it's done during morning basket time. We all sit together in the living room. We sit, I start doing our read aloud. I flip to whatever lesson we happen to be on. It'll tell me what pages to read. Read page 56 to 69 of The Landing of the Pilgrims. So I will sit, I will read those pages to my boys. We'll ask them some of the questions. It goes over a little bit of brief interview, some maybe narration, if you will, in regard to what we had read and what we talked about, what they gathered from it. We'll share our thoughts and opinions and views on what we're reading, and that's it for the history. They have options, like I said, to do crafts, to go, you know, to dive deeper, to watch videos. It has different references of things that you can research, and we haven't done any of it. We started out going strong with the student notebook. My children just had a notebook. I didn't purchase the one that came with the pack. My kids just used a spiral notebook or like the composition notebooks, and that was it because that's worked for us. I was trying to keep it budget friendly. So with that being said, we did that for maybe 3 days, maybe 4 days, like 4 lessons of this history. And then I was like, let's just talk about it. We're already doing enough paperwork stuff. Let's just sit and let's talk. Like we can get out so much more just having an open conversation and communicating our thoughts and feelings through all of it. I don't necessarily need them to write it down and kind of narrate it back. I know for some that might defeat the purpose. For us, it works great and I enjoy it that way. So that's how we use Beautiful Feet in our home. If you visit Beautiful Feet Books, you can actually see all the books that are listed with certain literature packs depending on the unit or the level that you happen to be choosing. And so that's something that I really liked. Some of the books we've actually read before in our home, some of them we have not. I am finding personally, when I am doing a literature style history, if you will, or gather round units, maybe just to throw that in because we do the gather round units and you've seen my huge library book stack full of books that go with the units. I'm finding that I don't stick to my chosen read alouds as well. If you have any advice or tips on that, I would love to hear from you, but that's the one thing I'm kind of struggling with is we started Little House in the Big Woods, and because we were already reading this and because we were already reading for gather round units, all the books that I'd kind of chosen to read as family read alouds just because, those have been placed on the back burner this year, which is totally different because last year I was all about the books, all about the read alouds, which is what led me to a literature style history. Read alouds that we had purchased just to read for the sheer joy of read aloud time as a family. Those are the ones that I'm missing. So we're enjoying this. This is not something to do with the curriculum. It's just me and my crazy personality where, now I feel like I'm spending so much time reading. I'm needing to find like a happy medium. So I don't know what that's gonna look like for the upcoming homeschool year. Obviously I have a ton of books that I have purchased with these literature packs, and I'm not sure that we're going to get through all of them before we move on to our next time period of history, but they are something that I will hold on to, obviously, because I have an upcoming 4th grader. So as far as Beautiful Feet Books goes, there's not a ton of information out there on it, and I just kind of came across it one day and was like, wow, I really love reading aloud with my boys. Let's try this. And we've loved it. We really, truly have. My only beef is with myself and my love for picking different read alouds. So I'm not sure what that, like I said, I'm not sure what that's gonna look like in the coming year, but with Beautiful Feet, we've totally just made it work for us. It's totally been something that we sit down during morning basket time, we'll go through our history lesson, we'll talk about it. We don't necessarily do all the projects and the journaling and all that stuff that comes with it, because I just genuinely love reading and sitting with my boys and talking about that and conversating. So I do know that because my oldest is going to be a freshman this coming year, I'm really interested in the modern America and world history time period from Beautiful Feet Books. I know that with my boys, I'm definitely interested in diving deeper into the different wars. That's something that I've really wanted to do that we've not done a whole lot of. I really want to jump into just like Nazi Germany and all that stuff. I remember that when I was in 8th grade, I was public schooled, and that, as hard as that was to learn about, it was some of the most captivating to me for whatever reason, and just everything that comes with that and engulfs that. And I don't know how to explain it, but I really want to dive into all of that this next year with my boys as well. There's just so much stuff in history that I want to cover, and I'm excited to dive into with my boys. So again, I don't know what that's going to look like as far as history for the upcoming homeschool year. I do know that, like I mentioned before, we are going to be going back to co-op, and my oldest is going to be doing a constitutional literacy course. He has an Around the World in 180 Days, and then also they are doing at co-op, they purchased the license to do the Gather Round Unit Careers and Trades, and so it's going to be awesome for him. It's a lot of awesome stuff that I'm so excited for him to be getting to learn about in a co-op setting. So very much looking forward to that, but it obviously changes what we're going to do at home a little bit. So trying to pinpoint all that and figure it out, guys. It's just the joys of homeschooling. And some of you have asked about Beautiful Feet Books, so I wanted to share with you how we use it in our home, which is very light and airy and fluid. That's what I want, light, airy, and fluid. I want to be able to move it and mix it and mash it and whatever, make it work. We'll see what this coming year has for us. I'll be sure and share all of our homeschool curriculum picks in future videos when I get those things picked out. But that's it for today's video. As always, I love hearing from you in the comment section down below. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye.